Once upon a time, George Townல ரியல் மெட்ராஸ் பா வேசார் பாடில
நார்த் மெட்ராஸ் அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்கன்னா நிறைய பேர் சொல்லுவாங்க. இப்போ நீங்கள் சொல்கிறது தான் பயங்கரமான ரவுடிசம், நிறைய தப்பான இடங்கள்லாம் அங்கே போகக்கூடாது, அந்த பிள்ளைங்களை வந்து இது பண்ணோம். நாங்களாம் அங்கே தான் பிறந்து வளர்ந்தோம். நாங்களாம் கெட்டு போயிடுமா? கிடையாது.
Hi, I'm Kishore and this is Moving Images. North Madras has often been misrepresented in films as a place occupied by hoodlums and mafia. So when I watched the trailer for the film Madras, I couldn't help but get captivated by the refreshing take on the place and people the film promised to offer. The film in many aspects introduced us to the real North Madras.
Silk. Avanga kannirude.
Looking back at the trailer after watching the film, I think it was a genius move on the director Pa Ranjit to start with Johnny introducing us to the misrepresented world, its people, their lives and their identity.
இது வெறும் செவர்னால வர பிரச்சனை நினைக்கிறீங்களா?
To me, Madras is about identity, and how the eloquent Johnny ties into this is what we are going to see in this episode. The film is about a once unified party that splits into two opposite factions and the long-standing bloody feud over a wall on which they can paint the portrait of their respective political leaders. Kannan and his son Perumal are hell-bent on having Kannan's father's portrait remain on the wall through deceit and murder. While Mari, the son of the opposing party's leader, is determined to lay claim on the wall and have his father's portrait on it. At the middle of it all is Anbu, working under Mari and trying to remove the portraits from the wall and free the people of the community from the bloodshed. His friend Kali, a carefree man working for an IT company who is concerned more about his own life and marriage rather than about his community. And finally, Johnny, the well-spoken local madman who once was a notorious criminal. Madras is about identity. The identity translates to duty for the main characters. Both Mari and Perumal are burdened by the identity of being successors to the respective family legacy, a legacy soaked in the blood from both families and the unwilling denizens of the community. The burden of identity makes the characters undertake different duties towards the wall. Mari and Perumal have acquired duties from their fathers, with one trying to retain the portrait on the wall while the other is trying to change it. Similarly, Anbu and Kali share an interesting dynamic. Kali carries a negative duty while Anbu carries a positive duty. A negative duty requires one to refrain from doing anything morally bad. While a positive duty requires one to do good for the others if they have the ability to do it.
இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் பணம் சேர்ந்துச்சுனா அப்படியே வேற யாருக்கு போய் செட்டில் ஆயிடுவா. போடா, இது ஏன் மண்ணு, நான் தான் இறங்கி நிப்பேன்.
Kali feels he doesn't have to do anything about the wall as long as he minds his own business and does not bring harm to anyone, while Anbu feels it is his responsibility to do something good for his people. Kali is the protagonist here. The film follows Kali having an identity crisis, where he is an outsider both within his community and outside. Kali is educated and works at an IT firm, hence he is constantly advised by the people in his community to stay away from the problems happening there and just try to move away from the problems and the place.
Kali, jolly irda. Kalyanam panni, life la settle aavu, pulla kuttingala pettuko.
He is an outsider outside his community too, shown by his inability to even talk to women at his office. This identity crisis makes him take up a negative duty towards the wall and the problems associated with it. It is only after the demise of Anbu he comes to realize the importance of his identity and the responsibility he carries. He stops being a mere bystander watching bad things happen to taking an active responsibility towards changing things for the good, changing the identity of the wall. Kali's transformation begins within himself and turns into a call for action for the people to take a positive duty. At the center of the story is the wall. The wall is situated in a place where it overlooks the entire community and hence is representative of the community. It remains a silent spectator, a central character within the movie that symbolizes identity. This is depicted brilliantly by Ranjit by having the wall bear the face of the leader of the party that the people of the community oppose.
நீ வேணும்டா உங்க கட்சில எங்களுக்கு வேணாம் ஏன் எங்க கட்சில வந்து நாங்க எங்க வரேறது உங்க வீட்ல உங்க ஆளுங்க சேவத்துல நாங்க வந்து வரஞ்சா ஒத்துப்பேன் நீ
The people have no choice but to be associated with the party. This is strengthened further by having superstition associated with the wall to keep oppressing the people from acting against the wall. In a community dwelling in a housing board where all the houses look the same and lack identity, the face on the wall becomes the identity of the community. The character arc of the wall starts with the wall having a glorious past and turning into a deranged version of itself, now imposing its own identity on the people. This attribute is just like a certain character we know who imposes his identity on others. Johnny represents the wall and the problem plaguing the community. Johnny calls everyone Johnny, and like the wall, he too had a glorious past.
டேய் அவர் அசால்ட்டா நினைச்சுக்கிறீங்க ஒரு டைம்ல அவரை பார்த்து அலறாதனே கிடையாது தெரியுமா சின்ன பொம்மை தான் வச்சு பட்டு பண்ணு போட்டு போய்கினே இருப்பாப்புல போலீஸ்காரன் தான் அச்சு இப்படி ஆகிட்டான்.
The people in the community ignore Johnny's condition just like how they are ignorant about the problems with the wall and live their lives around it. They, like Kali, take a negative duty towards Johnny and the wall. The character arc of the wall ends with it being defaced and losing its power over the people. While the blood feud over the wall ends when both factions lose their heirs to burden the legacy. With both Mari and Perumal dead and Kannan out of action, no one cares about having portraits on the wall anymore. The wall is now free to represent the actual identity of the community, an identity that transformed from a superstition to something that represents education, political awareness, and rationality.
மனுஷனை மனுஷன் மதிக்கிறதுக்கும் சமூக பிரச்சனை அணுகிறதுக்கும் இங்கே வெறும் கல்வி மட்டும் பத்தாது. கல்வியோடு சேர்ந்த சமூக அரசியலும் பகுத்தறியும் தன்மையும் தேவை. படிக்கலாமா?
Madras will stand the test of time as a thesis on caste identity and a call for action against oppression using identity. I am sure there are more things to explore about this masterpiece, and I leave that to you, the audience, to comment down below. What did Madras mean to you? Until next time, this is Kishore signing off saying, Hey Moving Images fans, here is a chance to win some prizes. To win, all you have to do is click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon. And when my next video is up, comment within the first 1 hour. A winner will be chosen from those who comment in the first 1 hour the new video is uploaded. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter to know updates about my upcoming releases. Catch you later.